Hi everybody, Chef Colleen Covey here, and today we're going to make banana bread. You probably got some old bananas around the house. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I do. These ones are really old. So we are going to whip together a loaf or maybe two of banana bread. Simple ingredients. All I've got right here is 1 3/4 cups flour, just all-purpose flour. Put that in a large bowl with 1 tablespoon of baking soda and a 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Did I say tablespoon? Teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I use kosher salt because I don't like the flavor of iodized salt. That's the thing, is regular table salt has iodine in it, and if you don't want that metallic taste, especially in recipes, kosher salt's always a good bet. So just kind of mix that together, set it aside. Then I have 3/4 cups plus 2 tablespoons of white sugar. And to that we're going to add 2 eggs. Give me my garbage bowl. These are just, these are probably large eggs. So get that started. Just gonna take a little whisk just to break the yolks and combine the sugar. And you kind of want to beat this for a minute or two, just because you want the yolks to really soften that sugar. You want that sugar to drink up the eggs. All right, moving on. I'm saving those for cookies. I have 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, so I'm going to add just a little bit, maybe 1/3 of it, to the eggs and sugar. And just whisk that until all that oil is absorbed. You can see when you don't see the pool of oil, you know it's in there. Add the other 1/3. You build up your muscles this way. Getting nice and light and buttery. Last 1/3 in. Super easy, just marching down the line. The next we're going to add our 3 bananas. I have 1/4 cup of sour cream. That's just to add a little richness, a little tang. And I have a cup of toasted walnuts, and not to be forgotten, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So let's add our bananas in. 3 whole bananas. See, I'm learning. 3 whole bananas going in. 1/4 cup sour cream. 1 teaspoon vanilla. So we'll keep slow. Start slow if you don't want to wear it. That smells so good. All right. Done with that part. Add wet to the dry. Get it eventually. Add wet to the dry, and just lightly stir. You just want to wet that flour. We're not trying to make gluten. We want a nice crumb. We want a moist banana bread. So just stir, stir, stir. You can fold it over. Scrape down those sides because the flour will stick to the sides and the bottom. And you don't want big patches of that white flour showing up after you've put it in the oven. Now I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees and I've greased and lined with paper a couple of loaf pans. So right now I'm going to add 1 cup of toasted walnuts. So these walnuts, I put them on a cookie sheet while I was preheating the oven at 350 for 6 minutes. I toasted them in the oven, left them in the pan for a couple minutes after I removed them from the oven, let them cool, and then I chopped them. If you just coarsely chop, you get a nice amount of walnuts. All right, we're just about there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add this beautiful batter. Great way to use up your bananas. I have some left over, I'll make a mini loaf with that. Now here's a food style trick. Wait, I'm gonna put a little more in there. All right. We eat with our eyes first, so just even out that batter. I took some other walnuts, chopped them up, and what you want to do is just kind of sprinkle them on top, because then when they bake, when you pull it out, you're going to know there's walnuts in this banana bread. I do the same thing with cookies, any quick breads, cakes, whenever there's something where I want you to know what's in it. You can do it with chocolate chips. I'll show you that when we do our oatmeal cookies. We're going to do an oatmeal cookie with dark chocolate, so stay tuned for that one. But again, look at that. I filled it 2/3 to 3/4 of the way full. We've got our nuts in there, lined with paper. It's going in the oven for 45 to 55 minutes. And I'll tell you what, we'll see you then. That's it. Well, looky what we got. After about 52 minutes, this was ready to come out. I checked it at 45, but it was still where the little crack is right down the middle. It was still really super moist, so you know that's not quite done yet. So I left it in a few more minutes, then checked it with a toothpick, and I don't know if you can hear that, but you can actually knock on that. It's not super hard, but it's formed a crust and it's cooked. It's been sitting out on a rack in the pan for 10 minutes. So now what I want to do is depan it. And the parchment paper, I should have made the little leaves on it a little longer, but parchment paper will help you pull it right out because that pan's still hot, so be very careful. And then we'll just pull that parchment paper back. And you want to let this cool before you slice it, but I don't think we're going to be able to wait for that. So let's take a little slice right here at the end. You can see all the walnuts beautifully toasted. So I toast them before, and then they toast again after. Oh yeah. Piping hot, it's got a beautiful crumb, it's soft, it's moist, full of walnuts. So you can eat this plain, eat it with jam, a nice thing to do on a Sunday or weekend. Make French toast out of this banana bread. It's absolutely delicious. It absolutely is. So, homemade banana bread, easy, easy, easy. I will have the ingredients list up on my Facebook page. That's Chef Colleen. I'm also available on Instagram at fishribs2go with the number 2. Twitter, I'm Chef Colleen at Chef Colleen. And YouTube, either Chef Colleen or Colleen Covey. So I guess that's all for now. Come on back for cookies next time. All right, peace out, y'all.